taking the session forward. So why we felt the need of a repository at institute level to create? Why there is a need of repository of ideas, innovations, startups, and inventions are required at the institutions level. So in our last 7 years of experience in this building innovation and entrepreneurship in our education institutions, we have observed the following challenges, and these challenges need to be addressed methodologically, systematically, and objectively. The first challenge is that majority of the institutions have lack of benchmarking practices for the kind of innovations startups are emerging from their institutions. Most of the practices adopted in our institutions are ad hoc in approach. So that's why there is need a system or a mechanism to address this benchmarking practice. The second thing also we found that majority of the institutions are actually struggling and finding much difficulties in identifying entrepreneurial and potential individuals. Those need mentoring, guidance, support, and with that there is a high chance probability that they will move from one stage to another stage and gradually there is start their business. So identifying the right individual with entrepreneurial potential is also very difficult things to be addressed. Second thing is that many institutions, they are doing much efforts because IIC is actually helping them to do so many attention efforts of promoting and supporting innovation. Also, they are trying to identify the right candidates, but actually majority of these efforts are duplicative in nature. And the redundancy efforts in scouting ideas, innovations also consumes lots of resources and time, and also many times it is kind of not generating much high value or impact at the ground. The fourth thing what we observe is that many of these ideas, innovations, and startups, though they are getting scouted by institutions and nurtured, but majority of them are lacking quality. That means the vagueness is high and quality is less. So me too kind of ideas and innovations and copycat best ideas, innovations are surfacing a lot. So how we are going to address this low quality or sub quality ideas to high quality ideas, innovations? Then also we have found out that there is an ad hoc approach for resource allocation and mobilization and utilization of the facilities. For example, if one institute has one incubation unit or one pre-incubation unit, they are just users of these things are actually maybe sometimes with no objective. People are coming and going, and sometimes it is an overburden the resources or misutilization of the resources. And also, the institute is not clear enough where they have to put the resources, or incubation or technical transfer. These things is not much clear to the institutions. There is a lack of directional supports of resource allocation, mobilization, utilization. Similarly, there is a quest for strong and continuous pipeline of quality innovation startups for their incubation and pre-incubation support systems and to the regional innovation ecosystem. Finally, we are striving to build a sustainable pathways of entrepreneurship in all our education institutions. So these are the actually problem statements. These are actually challenges we have identified, and to address the challenges, we came up with something called IIC Innovation and IP Repository. And this repository is actually at the institute level. That means every IIC has to build a repository of ideas, innovations, startups, and inventions or the IPs at the institute level, which is visible to that institute only. This repository is not open to other institutions. That means the repository belongs to that particular IIC and it has to be managed by that IIC only. So this is called the repository IIC integration, and where UT stands for young, unique, knowledgeable, and talented innovators. That means this is the aggregator of young minds with their creative ideas to solve national problems, regional problems, and industry and societal problems. So innovation and IP repository, and UT stands for young, unique, knowledgeable, and talented innovators. So it is a platform aimed at fostering innovation and supporting new ideas in various sectors. So it's sector agnostic. It is not limited to only one or two disciplines. It is a sector. So any kind of ideas falling under any domain, discipline, sector are welcome to accept as a part of the repository, and institute will manage it and drive it and sustain it. Next, this repository is actually aimed at building a system of large database of ideas, innovation startups, which will act as a pipeline for the institute and ecosystem. So the culture gets set through IIC, but this culture gets driven through UT. And the objective of UT is to aggregate and showcase innovative solutions and technologies from higher education institutions, to channelize the efforts of mentoring and nurturing to the targeted innovations and startups effectively, to facilitate access to the resources and funding opportunities within and outside the institutions, to provide a platform for networking and collaboration with ecosystem enablers. So you can now see that This is kind of a top on IIC. That means IIC is the foundation where UP Innovation and IP Repository is a one additional dimension to the IIC, which gets support from IIC and connecting with young minds and their solutions and connecting with other stakeholders through continuous support from institutions. And this UP Innovation and IP Repository, if you see the middle component, it has 4 pillars. That means 4 key stakeholders. The first pillar is the IIC institutions itself. The second pillar is called the innovators, or the individuals having idea, innovations, startups, and inventions. So innovators are the individuals, institutions are where the IICs are established, and we have another pillar which is called mentors. That is the innovation ambassadors or external experts. These are serving to IIC institutions as a mentor. And the fourth pillar is called external resource agencies. We call them ecosystem enablers. So this UP Innovation and IP Repository or the platform in integration with IIC, it is having 4 key pillars of innovators, institutions, mentors or innovation ambassadors and ecosystem enablers, and it functions in an integrated way. That's why it is so powerful if one institute will have a functional IIC and also enriched repository of ideas, innovations, and then connection with innovation ambassadors and the external mentors and ecosystem enablers will definitely boost not only the performance, also the quality and impact at the institute level, at the regional level, at the national level. So as an IIC institute, build the repository and connect its pre-incubation and incubation supports with the UP system, and also they have to engage innovation ambassadors for one-to-one mentoring supports to the innovators, and they will also plot challenges, hackathons, competitions for their institutes and outside the institute, and they have to measure the impact, and they have to collaborate with ecosystem enablers. So IIC institution has to perform these functions as part of UP Innovation IP Repository. Whereas the innovators, they will submit and manage their innovations, intellectual properties, and startups. They will receive or request mentoring supports from institutions and other stakeholders. They will participate in challenges, hackathons, and trainings organized by the institutions and other stakeholders. They will get support related to transfer and IP commercialization from institute and other stakeholders. They will match or they will pair up or they will approach angel firms, VC firms, IP firms, incubation units beyond the institute support to successful progression in the entrepreneurial journey. So this is the called innovators component with all these features, the IIC institution component with all these functionalities, and mentors, especially those are the innovation ambassadors. And in addition to innovation ambassadors, the external mentors and experts also will be part of this mentoring group, which they will also get the login access. And these innovation ambassadors and mentors and experts, they will provide mentoring supports, they will verify the innovations ideas. So innovators have their login account, individual login account, and institutions have already have the login account in IIC portal. Innovation ambassadors also and mentors also, they will have their own login account. Now comes to the fourth vertical of the fourth pillar, that is called ecosystem enablers. Who are these ecosystem enablers? They are the incubators. They may or may not be within the institute, may be outside the institute. That means if institute has the login account, then that will be managed by the institute. But if an incubation unit is there in that institute, they can join the UP platform as a resource agency or as an ecosystem enablers. They will also get a separate login account in the UP. And by using the UP account, they will be able to see how many innovations, ideas, startups are already scouted and not reposited in the UP Innovation Repository. They can access to that repository directly. And also they can access to the repository, they can search and identify the right innovations exist in other institutions.